Pretty dirty.
Alright. So I got
Alright.
to work with you here at Mackinaw Harvest Recording Studio and take a look at what you're doing well for using social media and the internet to promote Mackinaw Harvest and what could be done better and some places to get started with working on how to get better.
Sure.
So, first of all, what are you doing well? One of the first things I noticed right away researching Mackinaw Harvest is that you interact with people on your Facebook page. And being someone who's participated in the local music scene, I know that it's all too common for musicians and bands to post a video, post a quick status update, and then they completely disappear and have little to no interaction with their fans.
Right.
But yeah, I think you do a very good job with not only updating the Facebook regularly, but you interact with people who comment on it as well.
Sure.
Another great thing I noticed is that in our meetings, you seem to recognize problems that you've been having. Like, for example, you mentioned how the website wasn't current, and you're gonna be looking into that soon. And your presence on other websites like Twitter isn't as strong as it could be. So good things, because recognizing the problem is like
First
the
step.
Yep. What could be done better? A couple big things I noticed based on our meetings. First of all, establishing a better presence on different internet platforms. Like of course there's Twitter, but there are just so many other options out there, and we'll talk more about that in a bit.
Okay.
Another thing was keeping things current. Like the website is older, and some of the news that is a little older too. So
Some of what?
like I noticed like some of the news is like a little older.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So how can these things be done? In terms of participating in more like social networking sites, I thought about some that I use regularly myself. The first one was Twitter, and something about Twitter is you can use hashtags, and you can put it at the end of your tweet, and then say for example like a musician like you use like the hashtag recording or music at the end, and then a musician is sitting there thinking, where could I go to look for a good recording studio? And then they just search recording, and then Mackinaw Harvest pops up amongst like all the
Searching on Twitter, you mean? Or
searching on Twitter, and that's a good place to get started. Also, blogging websites, specifically Tumblr. Tumblr is one I use regularly. Something I like about Tumblr is it also has like the hashtag option, so you can search through Tumblr and find different things that pop up.
So explain hashtag to me exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I've obviously heard of it, but I don't do it, so I don't know what it's all about exactly.
We can go to my Twitter real quick.
I have a Twitter account for myself, but I never use it because I don't know how.
Yeah, looks like we're not connected to the internet right now. But what a hashtag does is, I can even pull it up on my phone too. I just remembered it. What a hashtag does is when you type in the pound symbol on your phone, then and like right away when I type in the hashtag, it comes up with different like tags that are trending right now that might be relevant to me. Like for example, last day of classes, that's a big one. So I'll go ahead and tweet that. And then
So that's a category, this hashtag, is that what it is?
yeah, it basically puts what you're tweeting into a category, and then I click on the link and come up with all these people who have also put the hashtag for last day of classes somewhere in their tweet.
Okay.
Yeah. And on Tumblr, they sort of have like the same thing. Like you just add a little hashtag at the end. And then, yeah. And another thing about Tumblr is people can reblog things on there. So, say for example, you see something that you really like, then you can just. Then you hit the reblog, then you hit the reblog button. For me, it's right here, and you can add something.
So it's like forwarding or sharing a post, kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you hit post, and then people see that, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's interesting." Google Plus, something I haven't used very much. It was one of those things where I heard Facebook was going to become terrible, so I signed up for Google Plus,
Right.
and now I only really get notified about it when
Yeah,
I get an
people are
email.
like inviting me to join it, but
Yeah.
I haven't joined it because
Yeah.
I'm like, I got enough shit going on.
Yeah. Something I do appreciate about Google Plus though is that you can is like the hangout thing. Like you can add people to like different circles. So like for Mackinaw Harvest, it could be something like adding like the band that's recording here right now, or like you mentioned about how you've set like a bassist up or like musicians up with bands before, like that are in need of people to do certain instruments for them.
Yep.
So using Google Plus, like put all of them in your circle, and then you can have a video hangout, and it's kind of like Skype, but you don't need to pay to have multiple people
And that's
video
on
calling
Google
at the same
Plus?
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing with the iPhone that I really like is Instagram. Instagram.
I started that, but I didn't. And again, I didn't understand it. I've got it on here,
Okay.
but I haven't really used it.
Yeah. And that like Twitter and Tumblr has the hashtag feature. So if I go on mine very quickly. Then
I don't even know what my signage is on this without looking it up.
that's alright. And then I just go to the explore tag and I can search users or hashtags up here. So let's search. One of them was recording studio, and
that's the one you just searched.
Yeah, recording studio, and it's got pictures coming in from all different recording studios, and like it allows like people
like if you took a picture of this right now, you could put it up on your Instagram site or whatever.
Yeah.
Show me how to do that once.
All right.
Why don't we just do it?
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
So I hit the camera button and then take a picture.
So you're taking this from Instagram? The picture? The camera button?
Yeah. Or you can, or Instagram also has the option you can take a photo.
Existing photo from your iPhoto or whatever.
And then there are a bunch of filters which aren't necessary, but sometimes they can make a photo look really nice.
Yeah.
And then a hashtag.
So you start with a hashtag, recording studios.
And maybe
and then you can put something in after that, like a comment or
about Mackinaw Harvest.
Yeah.
And then it also has the option you can share it to just about any social networking site like Facebook, Twitter, etc.
Yep.
I'll share it on my Twitter for now. So it's really connected to lots of other social networking sites.
Yeah.
And then even people who aren't on Instagram can still see what you're talking about.
So if I'm taking a photo of a band that's in here recording, for example, it would be easier for me to post it via Instagram because then I could put it on all those sites at once instead of just putting it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's something I've found. Like, you can upload pictures directly to Facebook, but especially if you have especially if you're active on a lot of social networking sites, it's so much easier to just take a picture on Instagram and then you can share it there right away.
Okay.
Another thing that's very useful for connecting all of these is Hootsuite.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Hootsuite, what it does is you can log in with all your social networking information there, and not only can you post to all the different social networking sites that you're active on, but say for example, you want to post something like a week later, you can set it up to post a week later at whatever time.
Schedule the time.
Yeah. So then you can have it taken care of and it's out of your way.
So can you do multiple posts and schedule them out?
Oh yeah.
Like I could do a weekly post and just write them all for the month, and it would come out on Monday at noon or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Hootsuite's probably the one I'm least familiar with because I've never really had a purpose to use it. But I think, like for Mackinaw Harvest, it would be helpful.
All right.
Then more, and then now about keeping the website current.
Yep.
Um, the big like one of the things you can do is add a social networking ticker. Like I know like there are like some websites out there, and what they do is they have like a little post connecting to their Facebook and to their Twitter
Mm-hmm.
and to their Tumblr as well. So you can set things like that up, and then like it allows like people can come to the website for older news, but at the same time they have the news ticker for social networking, like keeping them active and up to date on what's happening like, right
So
now.
that's like a widget or something that you can
Yeah.
add to a website.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the second thing, update the design.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay, awesome. And then the third thing, like like attract attention by posting links to the website on Facebook, Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we're living in an age where websites are like less common than normal. Like
Right.
I remember when I was younger, I'd see a commercial for a movie on TV, and they'd have the website for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then it started going to like go to facebook.com/slash the movie,
right.
and even now I'm seeing hashtags for movies on Twitter and not even
Right.
websites. But like posting links to the website
Mm-hmm.
on social networking sites,
Mm-hmm.
and just like being like, hey, here's what's happening.
Just to drive people to the site more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And that's really about all I have. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
the chance to work with you. Do you have
Sure
any
thing.
more questions about anything?
Can you send me a copy of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Just email it to me or something?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
So I can look at it when we're working on the website. Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
I think if I have anything else. I don't think so. Unless you can figure out a way to make a song a hit. If you ever figure that out, let me know.
You never know. All right. I'm gonna go ahead.